Hey everybody, Zainab Tungo here, plastic surgeon, fitness and wellness coach. Have you ever wondered how to create a balance between the saying that if your dreams and goals are not scaring you, that they're not big enough, and actually not getting scared by those dreams? So scared that you do not start. I recently met this young man who was in that situation. So you must have heard a lot of people telling him, set really big dreams. But the dreams he set were so large, he was actually paralyzed and couldn't start. It was a very interesting discussion. So he was my Uber driver, and something about him just told me there was something, I don't know, I just felt he was honest or somebody I could trust. And then we started talking, and I told him, I'll be asking you questions, but it's okay if you do not need to answer. He was very young, and then I found out that he was just a few months after NYSC and was trying to make ends meet. So I asked him, so what do you really want to do? And he said he listed a lot of things he wanted to do. And I asked him, so of all these things, which one of them do which one is your biggest goal, the one that you want the most? And he was very clear. He said, I want to be a minister for the Lord. And I was like, oh, that's really good. So what's stopping you? He was like, actually, my dream is to have a really large mission, but I don't think that could ever happen. And I was like, why? He doesn't know how he's going to finance it. He doesn't know how to start. And I said, wait. Have you studied the scriptures? Yes. Are you a member of a church? Because it turned out that he recently moved into this town. Are you a member of a church where you are now? He said, yes. I said, so what are the things you can do? Could you volunteer in the church? Could you volunteer to head maybe prayer meetings or something? And he was like, yes. And then, okay, so now let's start talking. I started with some of the preachers I know in Nigeria. And incidentally, in the in-flight magazine and the flight I came in, there was like a 2-3 page story on Enoch Adibwe. And I said, do you know him? He said, yes. Did you ever read about him? He said, no. I said, well, I've been reading about him, and incidentally, I read about him today. And he didn't start from where he is right now. So we moved on. I said, okay, so now let's talk TD Jakes International. Do you know him? He said, yes. Do you think TD Jakes ever started from where he is right now? He was quiet. So I said, you don't only need to read about TD Jakes, you should listen to him more often. Because in everything you do, or whenever you see somebody who's really inspired you, they really achieved something big, you should listen to their story, and you know that there's no overnight success. Most overnight successes are overnight crashes. So if you need to climb a mountain, just put one step at a time. Yes, sometimes whilst you're climbing that mountain, you might decide, nah, I don't think I want this anymore, and it's totally fine to start climbing another one. And sometimes you're climbing this mountain, it's really something you want, and you're just wondering, I've been climbing all day, all night, and I'm still not seeing the peak. Now that's where you need a mentor, a guide, a coach who will help you keep the goal in focus, make sure you're not getting distracted in the process. Because as they say, obstacles are those things you see when you take your eyes off the goal. When I got to my destination, he was so happy. It was like he was a different person. And when I wanted to pay him, initially he was going to say no, but of course he needs the money more than I did. So I'm really happy I made an impact. And I have his name. I will be listening out for his name. I hope he does follow his dreams if he doesn't decide to change that mountain that he wants to climb. So until next time, the summary is the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. No matter how huge the goal, can you see the first step? Take it and start putting one foot in front of the other.